Hey, everybody. I think it's going to be kind of a small crowd tonight because I believe the party's happening over at Iron Antler Adventures 5,000 sub giveaway. So we're going to have a quick live tonight. He's going to be streaming for quite a while, just so you know, because of this big party over there. So we'll make it a quick stream here tonight, and then we can all head over there and congratulate him on the 5K. That's pretty awesome. He worked hard for that. Let's see who we got hanging out here tonight. We got Lucky Duck Digger was the first one. Make sure you yell at her if she happens to fall asleep. And we got Gene Diggs History. Right church, wrong pew, or wrong pew, right church. Wrong church, right pew. Anthony Brooklyn Treasure Hunter. Danny Boy. Iffy Signals. Timothy Boyce. How you doing, Tim? Didn't see you at the meeting. I think I said you, Mike, Iffy Signals. Yeah, so like I said, I don't expect a huge crowd here tonight. Because I know that's where the party is. And unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to pop in before going live here. And as you can see, there's nobody sitting on the other side of me tonight. Maybe he'll pop in later. Maybe he won't. JBP, I don't know if I said hi to you, but I'm saying hi to you now. I think I did. So yeah, say hi to each other. So really no, as usual, subject to talk about tonight. Actually, I did have a little something. I know everybody sees these shorts, and I actually saved a couple to watch later. And let me share that. Let me okay, bring it over here, because I know we all see these shorts. And let me go there. And I got a few that I thought we can gander at together. Let me put this on comments so I can see. So tell me what you guys think. I don't know if you've seen them yet. So this is the first one. Let's play it. Give it a little volume. The guy just drags a pinpointer along and he finds treasure. By the way, that's supposed to be a forest. I don't know if you knew that. It's actually a long short. Notice how he put a shovel underneath this pinpointer, right? Hey, DB. Because he knew where it was buried. All right, let's go to the next one. I hate when they do this. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. You ever notice it's like always nice, smoothed out dirt? This one's got a branch rung around it. He definitely cheated, JPP. Hey, Brandon, Brian, Sky Valley. Nice little bowl. We all have dug these metal bowls. They sound like crap. But he finds a gold ring in it. And some other goodies. Or necklace. Yeah, gold necklace. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That happens to us every day. Did you put any more in there? Nope. Yeah, that was believable. Where's... Hey, Marty Vistral. I will say they packed this one in, but this is still definitely fake. It looks like an ordinary bottle. Hang on, just wait. Oh, there's something inside the bottle. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Gold. Yeah, okay. I think it's safe to say that that's not really all that believable. Sorry, but I just... Yeah, I didn't get it. I saw it. I didn't watch your short yet, Tim, but I saw that you had uploaded it. I like that, Lucky Duck. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. No, DB, these people are doing it for views. There's quite a few of them. They show up in my feed every now and then, and I'll watch these shorts because they're so obvious. Hey, Wayne, they're so obviously fake. They're so obviously fake. And you know what? I mean, nobody's calling out these guys, but the fakers do get called out. Yeah, they just show up in my feed because metal detecting. So they show up in my YouTube feed suggested for me. Um, and I just have to laugh when I see them. Like there was that dude in England, John. I can't remember his last name right now. Um, Somebody shared his short, and I'm pretty sure it's been taken down since. Yeah. And hey, Sweet Diggs. Um, you could. He did not edit his short very well. You know, you could trim off the beginning, and he didn't. And you could very clearly see him stick the coin into the side wall of his hole, and then find it with his pinpointer. I don't know if you guys all heard about that. That went around a few months ago. It was everywhere. Yeah, it happens. It does happen, Lucky Duck. I guess that was a short, right? Yeah, shorts will get a lot of views. It's Shorts are funny. They're hit or miss. You know, you got to put out a few to get one to get a decent amount of views. Who? I can't remember his name. He was John something. He created like 75 Facebook groups because he kept changing them and sending you invites to a new one. It's John something. And yeah, you don't see him anywhere right now because I know he saw that flack. I know he saw people talking about that video where it was very, very obvious. You can see he knelt down. You can see him take it out of his pocket, push it into the sidewall. Then he grabs his pinpointer and brings the camera closer to find it. So he forgot to edit out the beginning where he took it out of his pocket and put it in the hole. Yeah, John something Adventures. You're right, Anthony. What was his name? John. I could probably look it up. Look it up on my Facebook groups because the groups are still there. I mean, just 50 of them. But I'm pretty sure that video is down because I tried to find it. But I see them a lot. They tend to be shorts. They do tend to be shorts. But people get called out on Facebook all the time. There's Facebook groups for relicons and fakers, and there's just a lot of them out there. There really are. And I don't know why. I don't know why people feel the need to do that. Let me see if he's still in here. Recognition. John Detecting Adventures, I think. Yeah. John Detecting Adventures. John's Detecting Adventures. Well, I don't think any of his. Nobody's been uploading in his groups. No activity in this one. But yeah, John's Detecting Adventures. A Hoover move. Lake Pilot, how you doing? I don't know why people do. I mean, you hear about it all the time, and nobody likes to talk about it. Um, I don't even do anything in his groups. Tri Valley. I mean, he sent me invites to every single new one he made. I was like, dude, you gotta stop. And this was before that video. Yeah, if you're gonna fake, make it realistic. None of those 3 shorts I just shared with you were realistic in any shape, anyway, any form. Don't be finding wheat pennies your entire metal detecting hobby career and then suddenly find gold dollars everywhere. That's a given, let's see what he is. There are groups out there, but a few of them got hacked, so I just unfollowed them and left the groups. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, there's people that, yeah, 20 Facebook profiles. Yep. There's people that fake a lot of things, fake their fines, fake their video fines, fake their subscriber counts, fake their views, and they're legit views. I can tell you that. I can tell you they are legit views because there's a site called Amazon MicroTurk. It's doing little micro jobs, and you get paid like a nickel to let a 30-second clip play. What is 30-second clip? It's a view on YouTube, and it'll stick because it's an actual view. Somebody literally got paid a nickel for the dollar you paid on that view, or however much. I don't even know what they charge on views. It can't be very much. What about folks with 10 to 15K subscribers and need watch hours? Did they buy them? I know exactly what you're talking about, Timothy. There's a good chance you can't prove it. And the only way you can prove it is you ask the YouTuber for their channel analytics. Or email YouTube and say you might want to check this channel out. I suggested in the past, and I'll say it again, if you're going to buy subscribers, because there are sites that will sell you live and not bots, but these people will not watch you. You might want to not buy them all at one time. Now I did Google them and see what these sites offer and how much it would cost, and it's really not expensive. And they'll deposit these subs over a course of 5 to 7 days to make it look natural. But if you go from say 1K to 2.5K in a matter of 6 months with nothing in between, kind of makes you go, And if your views are the same as they were when you were at 1K and now you're at 2.5K and your views have not really increased, we all have videos where there's a lot more views on one than some others. It's all, who's available to watch, what your thumbnail looked like, if YouTube pushed it out, if you have the right search SEO. A lot of things go into that, and then also not all your views on your videos are going to come from your subscribers. You're going to get about half, if not a little more than half, that are not subscribed to you viewing your videos. For example, on the abandoned house one, where I said, should we do a dig here? That one got some fair views, about 600 or something, but 40 or it was just under 40% were subscribers. The rest were not subscribed to me. Yeah, I don't understand this. I don't understand the need to fake anything either. Yeah, that would be a good idea, Michael. But see, if we're being honest on our videos, hey, what's up, Steve Pacifico? I didn't see you sneak in here. If we're being honest in our videos, you don't need to put a book out. You're funny. um, if you're being honest and you're doing right and you're practicing what you preach, if you're in a public park and people see you and where you're allowed to detect, by the way, and you're maintaining your integrity that you talk about, if you're filling your holes, if you're making it look like you were never there, if you're taking your trash with you, these things all positively reflect on the hobby to people who otherwise may negatively view it, because we do have those out there that don't give a hoot about anything but themselves and their digging. Yeah, there's a lot of them. We can name names, but there's no point to it because we all know who's who. Let's see. I used to watch a channel, got about a few years of watching on them. I woke up on how to fake they are for scamming people for money, always crying out for a helping hand. Yeah, that happens too. Some people do use their channels for that. I'm sorry, Stacia. I can't. Stacia. Stacia. I'm trying. Lewis, what's up? Hate that karma that they would get. Yeah. I mean, I've seen the question raised. I do spend time on Facebook. I've seen the question raised. Do you think this, or even people pointing out to the people bragging, hey, your view to sub ratio is kind of a little bit off on that. Yeah, that could be annoying. See, I used to say there's a thing called, all right, so there's clickbait. We all know what that is. Big gold found. Yeah, it was a tiny little earring back. You know what I mean? But there's honest clickbait too. I won't exaggerate what I found, but I'll make it sound a lot more interesting than what it was. Yeah, shorts will go. I mean, I had a short of all you see in the thumbnail of the short is just the back of this weird tractor, and I got 6,000 hits on that, like in the first like hour, and then nothing after that. Well, it's not really. I call it honest clickbait. It's not really clickbait. It's just making the title interesting enough for people to want to watch. There's a fine line when you bring it to. You could easily make it clickbait, which is wrong, but make it sound exciting at the same time. What's up, my buddy in Florida? What's up? They're gonna be grandparents. Congratulations, David. Oh yeah, the Tri Valley has the quest of life. So that's all. I just saw those videos and I thought I'd share them with you guys tonight and just see what your opinions were. There's you put Karen in the title of the video. I just love hearing that beep in the ground. Until the gold short, my highest 800 something was me not finding anything on avoiding a heat stroke. Yeah, and you never know. You'll never know what people are gonna like. What's gonna make a video take off? Like sometimes, I'm always impressed that you guys watch my videos because some of them don't have anything exciting in them. Maybe a couple wheat pennies or I went out one day and all I found were nails. Like every single hole was nails. Guess what? Most of my year-end video was those clips that I wasn't going to make you an entire video of finding nothing but iron rusty nails. No, that would be nice, Wayne. Maybe next time I go out, maybe I'll do a short and compete with those guys with those fake gold finds there and find a UFO. I'm trying to bring sex. Hey, Metal Detecting North Carolina. Yes, it does order, but I also think about myself as a viewer when I make videos. Like would I watch it? I don't know. Some of the stuff I dig, probably not. MDNC goes kill isn't clickbait. Marty Vistral is going to show more cleavage. Patty Disharoon. Buckle Boy. Yeah, also, like if you guys head over to my community tab, I did put a poll up because I was kind of thinking of a different type of video to do. And I put a poll up asking who the most influential female detector is to you. Not like they don't have to have a giant channel, but most of us here are smaller channels and we were all influenced by somebody. So if you want to head over there and vote on that, I might do something with that. I'm also thinking outside the box a little bit too. I may do something on marbles, and Buckle Boy coming in just reminded me I wanted to get in touch with you, Buckle Boy. And because I don't think I'll be digging for a little bit anyway. It was painful when I went up and dug with Iffy and Emmy Lyman and Jared. I saw that Tri-Valley. I liked and I thumbs up and hearted each of your comments. Oh, hey, Leanne Crawford. Didn't see you pop in. Do you hate when people dig a hole and they already know what's in it, and then their face is like so surprised what's in the hole? Just dig the hole and be surprised what is in it. Usually, they already know before they dug it up, Mike. There's a good chance they probably put it in there. I mean, we know what our tones are, but every now and then, what we think to be a nice silver coin turns out to be a piece of aluminum can. Most often, so you like to think you know. Yeah, the Clark's Cove video. Well, I'm going to do along the lines of why do we metal detect video, the video I made. Something similar to that about marbles. What is the fascination? Yeah, that was pretty neat, Buckle Boy. You already did that video, right? Or was it, I'm thinking of that one dime. Leanne says hi to everyone. I'm going to put it up there. There you go. She can't tag. It is hard to tag on cell phones, as we all know, because you have to type the whole name out of the channel. That's not fun. Yeah, I wouldn't know who that would be, Steve. Unless it's the guys who can't pull their pants up. Low waisters. Exactly right, Gene. I'll tell you what the fascination is with marbles for us is trying to beat our record of 84 marbles eyeballed in one hunt. That's what I mean. Like, everybody has a different affection for marbles. You want to call it that? Like I think Richie dug 26 in one hole. But like some people are like, it's a marble. That would be me, by the way. And other people are like, yeah, this is a marble. This is awesome. And some people know their marbles like the back of their hands. And like with Clark's Cove, they went, to there's a marble club or something. And these people come from all over the place, and it's all about marbles. So what is the fascination? So, I might get some clips from some of y'all. If you want to go ahead and do one, you can send it to me on Facebook. It's just, you can send a nice size clip through Messenger. Email, it's a little hard. You can only send about 4 seconds. So, yeah, just like, what is it about marbles that gets you excited? Like JBP just said, I love finding marbles. Yeah, but you know the Bennington song. I don't even know if I want to know what Tri Valley and Steve are talking about. Somebody bared their booty. Hey, Casey, Key Date Kid. Yeah, but why does it make you happy? You know what I mean? Like 20, I mean, like tell me, hey, digologist. That's all right, Leanne. I'll be here for a little bit. Just keep popping back in. Blood marbles, maybe there were many balls. Hey, dirty balls. Yeah, yeah, what's the excitement? Like I remember having them when I was a kid and playing marbles, you know, and shooting them and stuff, but I never really understood the thing about it. So I think I was only interested in for a very short period of time. I've only found one I eyeballed at Dead Horse Bay. And well, Kathy kind of eyeballed it just before I did, but she let me have it because, you know, I didn't find my own yet. And I think I found one digging. I'm not really looking for them. It's the same as like with arrowheads. I should really be checking the dirt where I dig around here, but I don't. So I forget to. And I should be. But so yeah, if you want to share why you like marbles or anything you know about marbles, if you got any clips, you know, send them to me and I'll make a nice little thing on it. Yeah, that too. I mean, I think I know some kids might have used them in their, you know, little, what do you call that thing? It looks like a Y with the rubber band. You shoot it. Yeah, I feel that way. Way marbles were gambling for kids. I don't know. I just you had the big one and you had to shoot the other ones out. Slingshot. Thank you, Anthony. Couldn't remember the name of it. Lucky Duck. Thank you. Awesome, Buckle Boy. I mean, I could take clips off your videos if you guys don't mind. I just want to do a little vignette, sort of like why did we metal detecting along that vein. So it's about treasure without actually seeking treasure, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to think outside the box, something you guys would like to watch, and the other 63% who aren't subscribed to me, or 70%, whatever it was, 60%, um, that aren't subscribed to me, what they would want to watch, because I still want to upload, I still want to edit, I enjoy that stuff, and I can still do that. I just can't swing a detector right now. Always, I always give credit. Even when I've stolen pictures from events, I've given credit. Yeah, I don't know. One time I submitted something to him years ago and I submitted it to him. So I don't know. Stacia. Got a surface find at Target. I don't know. I was playing jacks more. I'm surprised I don't find jacks everywhere. Has anybody found any jacks? Because I've not found any jacks. And I played them a lot in the 70s. So I figured there'd be a lot of them out there. But I don't think, I think they were that weird metal that corrodes, you know, and turns white and weird, falls apart, that fake metal. Yeah, Buckle Boy. I'm trying to say it right, which is Stacia. Because I always said Stacia, but I would like to pronounce it right. It'll take me a little bit. I still can't say Iron Antler's wife's name. I just call her Bone Dead because that's her channel. Bone Dead Heathens. Awesome, Buckle Boy. Rusty Jax. a jack last year. I imagine you would, being in the city. Yeah, Stacia. Yeah, pop metal. It's not a trash area. It's a target-rich environment. When you're digging it up, it's trash. Hey, Raymond Jones, over on Facebook land. I haven't even seen him. I don't even know if kids today play with him. I imagine so, Leanne. I've heard some could be really expensive. Hey, you know what? Yeah, do that. Because I know some people had asked about um editing, and I could do something with yours because I'll go a little more into it with stock footage that Filmora has. You don't have to buy a you don't really have to buy Filmora. You can use the free version and still make a really good video, and that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to sign out, so I'm using the free version and do something off that. Hey, Ray, back from Facebook land onto YouTube land. I don't know. I'm starting to think I might not. I don't know. I'm getting very little watching on Facebook. I think people are still more into the YouTube. I think there is. I do not have my jacks. Is anyone going to dig stock in February? I don't. I'm thinking I want to go, but I don't think I'll be detecting. Oh, I'm sure they still make them, Wayne, but I don't know if kids today play them. Yeah, it can be lonely if you don't. I've been the only one in the Facebook land. And learn more about features in YouTube when processing uploads. I'm very basic. I don't use a lot of what YouTube offers, which isn't actually very much. Um, Mostly when you're uploading, I'll put an end screen. For some reason, it just seems to help your analytics out. I could talk to you about that. What's up, Shane? Yeah, me too. Actually, you know what? For all the hoodies I've gotten from all the places I've been, this has got to be like the most comfortable and warmest hoodie I have. That's why I wear it all the time. Plus, I am a legend. Come on. I am a legend in my own mind. Yeah, somebody else had mentioned maybe doing something on researching areas. I don't use everything that's available to us through the internet. And then there's other thing. I mean, there's a lot of sites. There's historic aerials, most of us know, and most areas the aerials start around the late 1930s. I think ours starts in 1931. Some years they're really good, and some years not so much. And I use Historic MapWorks because they most of their maps are already overlaid, so good to be lazy. And that's primarily the two that I use the most often to research an area. But I also go to the library, and because they'll have some old maps there too. I use Rutgers University maps. They have some of the older maps on there that's not on Historic MapWorks. That's pretty much it. I mean, the area I'm in's got a lot of writings on it, a lot of books that go all the way back to the 1800s. So if you have a lot of time like I do right now, if you read a book that was written around the turn of the century about, say, the area I'm in right now, which is near Navesink, and or for example, I was reading Richard Hartshorne letters. What is a library? Yeah, I know you don't read, Steve. So nearby is Hartshorne Park, and or some of the people are going to say Hartshorne, but it's Hartshorne. That was part of his original property. He purchased off the natives, the Lenape tribe that lived here in the summer, because this was where they summered, and he bought that area that goes all the way up to the tip of Sandy Hook. I know you do. Must have been hard in school without pictures in your study books. So he had written letters home to his wife, and there's a book full of these letters that he had written home to his wife in England, hoping for some landmarks. And then there were some books written about, I don't know, the later 1800s, a couple written around the turn of the century, and they'll talk about the area, and then they'll say, "Oh, Mr. Smith lives in the house that Mr. Jones had." And then if you get later on, you start getting tax records, because if you go too early on tax records, they didn't have street and lots and all that. They went by kind of like an area, so it's really hard to figure out the really early tax records. So if you read a book in the 1940s, written right after the Prohibition, and they used to sneak, liquor up here, they will say, it was on, the Ajax's property, who Mr. Jones owned it, and then sold it to Mr. Smith. Hey, David Alfonsetti. And you could cross-reference and kind of get up to date on that property today, but it takes a lot of time to do that, and the proper books. And then when you can get into the tax records, that would help a lot. I had done it on one property, and it took forever, so it does take a lot of time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'd like to see you run. Oh, what are we talking about here? Oh, with Liz, yeah. See, that's how it would be if you dug with me too, Sweet Diggs. Somehow I maintain being clean. I don't know how. Like, all my equipment's filthy, but my hands are clean. My clothes are clean. I don't really, even in mud, I don't know how I don't get dirty. Don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was the video station. Yeah, I don't like getting my shoes dirty. I don't do it intentionally. Trust me, I'm down there with the dirt too. I don't know how I do not look like I rolled around in the mud. I've only gotten one of my knees dirty like maybe 3 times in all the years. I need to get those. No, actually, I don't. Obviously, I don't really get dirty. Yeah, I'll get down there and I'll stick my hand in the dirt and everything. I don't know. I do get dirt under my fingernails. It drives me nuts. I bet you do, Shane. But I don't know how. I just don't get dirty. My clothes don't get dirty. My fines bags don't get dirty. I really don't know how I don't get dirty. My pinpointer's dirty. My machine gets dirty. But I don't get dirty. So I don't know. No, you don't, Steve. You don't get a whole lot of haters over here. That was actually a topic of a discussion in a group. A lot of people have resorted to not inviting people to their permissions because it's been done a lot. I know you don't really do it, but I mean, there are people who do. Yeah, somehow I get dirt under through my glove and underneath my nails. If my machine gets that dirty, I actually do rinse it because I don't know. It just I don't like it caked on there. Come here. You want to say hello? You're begging me. Come on. I can't lift you. Come on. Oh my god. He needed to say hi. He gets up here and then he looks all bored. You gonna say hi to your fans? They want you to have your own channel so you can leave me alone. Yeah, local got kicked out from a few Facebook groups. The person was doing that. That may have been what brought up the grass flowers covering your coil. That may have been what brought up that subject. Maybe I don't know. I just seen it recently where people were talking about it. Somebody had asked like, "How do you feel about that?" And it's kind of easy to say that most people are not fans of bringing you to their permission and then you go on about yourself. And it doesn't even have to be a permission per se. It could be your hunting spot, a spot you're known to go to, and you bring them and then they go there by themselves. I respect your digging spot, no matter if it's a permission or a spot in a park that you've hunted out, found, and invited me to. It's not my spot. I didn't want to do the work to get there. So, were you the one who asked? No, I think it was somebody else asked about take. Does anybody else take their detector in the shower with them and just kill two birds with one stone? I never thought of that. Look, see, everybody's calling you cute. They all said hi to you. So you ready to go back and lay down now? Huh? Because you look so interested. Huh? You saying hi to everybody? You done? You want to go down? All right. Ah, killing my shoulder slash. Slash will be 6 years old in a couple weeks. He gave you the side eye. Yeah, he does that. And he's like begging me to be up here, and then he's like acts like use your detector to soap you back in the shower. And then he acts like he's bored. He's like, I don't want to say hi to these people, but you just begged me to say hi to these people. So yeah. And he's not a fan of detecting all that much. He likes to walk to the spot, and then once I start detecting, he's like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, he knows he's cute too. He understands that's the only reason why he's still alive with us today. Because he could be a bad boy. He doesn't like to listen. That is morals, I think, in this hobby, even if it's a public spot. I gave this one person his space, even though I've been digging there for years, but he found it on his own, but stomped on. Yeah, I mean, you might stumble across somebody else's spot, but I mean, if you knowingly, because you were brought to this spot that somebody had either discovered or researched to get to, and then they bring you there, and then you have a good sense of direction or whatever, and you go back to that spot. And there's nothing saying you can't, but you shouldn't. Same with permissions, unless they get exclusive, unless they ask the landowner for exclusivity, which kind of really doesn't look good when you're asking for it. If you go and ask, like if they tell me, oh, Steve, I got a buddy Steve that comes here and detects detects it. Oh yeah, does he come often? Oh yeah, he comes, once a month. I'm not gonna dig there. That's Steve's permission. Much as I want to, and the owner could tell me yes, doesn't mean I should. Definitely doesn't mean I have a right to. You wash the pin and porter with dishes? Well, it's dirt. It's deep dirt. It's probably clean dirt. I don't think we want to know, Steve. Yeah, Slash won't dig holes for me, so he's kind of worthless to bring. I bet it was. I wish I. So we were in. My team was in the Gene. Gene Diggs History was one of them. Keystone History Orders, Hot Mess Fishing, and myself. Was that 5? Yeah, that's 4. We're in the first one. There was 4 teams. We came in 4th. But I think we did exceptionally well because of it was a tiebreaker for 3rd. And it was pretty nice up there, though. It was a nice day. Nah, you're not boring. He just wants to. He hears me talking. If I'm on my phone while I'm editing, he thinks I'm live streaming and begs to come up here. Well, I'm sure you have a little bit of room for your detector, Steve. Yeah, that would make me a little angry too. Think getting permission supersedes someone who just happened to buy, but I totally understand giving space to others if they happen to, like you say, research and find the property on their own. Yeah. I mean, I have a spot in the woods that I detect, and I've taken people there, and the people I've taken there are respectful enough to go there themselves. It's not right on the trail, it's deep in the woods. And, you know, what do I mean that he's lucky to still be alive? It's kind of like a joke. When he's bad, I want to kill you, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Have a great night, JBP. Thanks for joining. I bet they do, Buckle Boy. If they can figure out where you live, I'm sure they do stalk you. And drive up and ask to dig on private property with me without permission. Like, they want to take you somewhere and they don't have permission? Well, like I told you, I don't need to dig with you to be your friend. Next time I'm cutting through Louisiana, love to do lunch with you. Discretion is not a universal idea. I'll show everybody. I don't care if you know where I'm at. Other people are going to know you're on my spot if they watch your video and watch mine. They may know. Not always. Not always. They have to be watching your videos to know somebody else is at your spot. Good to know. Okay, Mark. Yeah, it's not mean. It's just kind of like a joke. But that's a lot of reason why you see a lot of. Well, Buckle Boy always keeps his camera down. He doesn't very rarely lifts it up. Although I don't really think, because I know you're in fields down in Louisiana, that unless you're really showing a prominent, standout type of marker, nobody's going to really know where you're at. Louisiana is not a tiny state. But a lot of people will keep their camera down, not show the area they're at, because especially like here in Jersey, we only got so many places. And Jersey's small, and even if it's a permission, there's only so many farms. They keep getting turned into high rises and townhouses. So, and there are people that sit there and watch to see where you dig. Exactly, Casey. Oh, they want to dig with you where you're digging without your permission or the permission of the landowner. I get it. God is good all the time. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Just drive right up and say, "Can I dig while you dig?" Yeah. Well, that would never be me because I have no idea what you look like. But I have seen people out digging around me, and if I didn't recognize them, I'd stop and talk to them. But I would never put it in my head to say, "Oh, can I dig with you where you're digging that you put in the time and effort to go find?" No, I'm not worried about my Vermont permission because I'm pretty sure, except for Dan Nelson, nobody would be able to find it. So, Mudcat. Come to Canada, we got a bunch of beach here where I live. The beaches from the War of 1812. One day, Michael, you never know. I have to update my passport, but I hope to make a visit up that way one of these days. You know, before 9/11, could drive up there with my driver's license. I'd like to send some people to those minefields, tell them they can detect there. I have no idea where you dig. Richie, I'm not from the area, so you could show, you know, even here, there's certain areas I could show everything around me and you wouldn't know where I was at. I didn't used to show my face all that much. Until people were like, well, we'd like to see you. Which I can kind of understand. Sometimes you want to put a face to the voice. Not in Tennessee. I didn't know you were related to my buddy Mike. Very cool. I got permission to figure out 20. Yeah, it would kind of tick me off too. Especially if you received the permission to be there. The person who granted the permission probably thinks that person's you. I show them anyway. Like I said, if people paid attention to my videos and somebody took it upon themselves to use one of my permissions, it would be visible. But you'd have to be paying attention too. Oh, all right. I have to go back and watch. I may not have, I paid attention, but I probably didn't pay that close attention. So I'll have to go back and watch some of his videos. I think he mentioned you. Oh, don't you hate when Coke goes flat? Nick. So yeah, that was a good conversation. Permission snatchers, different types of videos to put out, since I really am not going to be putting out too many digging videos. Yeah, I know about that. I know he has one. He's like the only one. He can't even invite somebody there, which is good in a way. I mean, I know he really wants to, but it's probably better he didn't. He finds some pretty awesome stuff there, and sometimes people will dig with you just because of that, and not because they really want to dig with you per se. So there's that too. Yeah, gotta love those Maine boy accents, right? Hopefully, I get up there this summer to hang out with Richie and Dennis. I was saying before you came in, Richie, that I was wanting to do a video on marbles. What's the fascination? What's the excitement? It's not about the fines as much as relationships. I don't want bad relationships with my property owners. Well, that too. I mean, you'd be surprised. I've dug with a lot of people. You'd be surprised at how many who preach, take your trash with you, don't. How many just toss their pull tabs and shotgun shells and hot rocks to the side. Don't always do a very good job covering up their holes, or don't cover their holes at all. I mean, I've been to small events, not just dig stop, where people didn't cover their holes and I would come across them, leave their trash in the holes. It's like you got to be careful now who you take to a permission or a spot that you go to. And I'd rather hang out with you because we're friends than hang out with you because I got a good spot, or me hang out with you because you got a good spot. Oh, that should be interesting, Ray. Keep us updated on that one. Yeah, all right, Wayne. You know how to get a hold of me. I will. I got some stock footage from Filmora. Like I said, you can make a. I could probably make an entire video that would be interesting enough to watch, just strictly using all the features that Filmora has that you can pay for. That's nice, Buckle Boy. I gotta go out and find me some new permissions. Try to get me at least one farm. Well, my permission in Vermont, Dan lives in that town. That'd be Dan's Lanyards. By the way, if you get the opportunity to buy some of his syrup, do so. Really, that's like the best syrup I've ever tasted. And his buddy lives on the property that is, meets up with it. And he did say we could, including myself, detect down by his house, going down towards his house. So that added to the 300 acres. Was that was the one in December, right? Saw those pictures. That was nice. I bet you did. With everything you found, so much. Wow. That's just ignorant. I might come down to the one in February. It might just be to come down for the weekend. I'm definitely not going to be able to dig. So I'm going to get a hold of them and see. No doubt. I'm going to ruin them here too. I mean, one of the best compliments I got was one of my permissions told me she loves when I detect her property because she never knows that I was there. Hey, finders keepers. I'm hoping to, Lucky Duck. We'll see. Probably, I may just come down just to hang out. I don't know. Maybe help them with the event a little bit, as long as it's not so much using anything to do with my arm too much. I mean, I took a shower a little while ago before the stream, and now like it's hurting because it's kind of hard to wash your hair with one hand. So really, really hurts. And hopefully soon, we'll get something done with it. But it's Department of Labor, so it's the hurry up and wait place. I'm in a hurry. They're in the wait. But eventually. Well, that's nice. I bet you do, Steve. But for those of you who've never heard me say it before, if you do go about it, I know the biggest fear is people telling you no. It's going to happen. You do go out. All right, yeah, probably Tri Valley. I'm definitely going, and there's going to be a group of us that go. Just keep in mind when you're asking for permissions that when somebody knocks on your door and you're not expecting them, and they have the little Verizon or something tags on them or something, what's the first thing you say? You say no. You say, "Hi, my name is, Joe Smith, and I'm with." No, it's just auto response. You're gonna get a no. Just expect it. It's gonna happen. They say, well, then go into talking about yourself, but don't be pushy. Be polite, have a smile on your face, and just know that, just like you yourself, you've already decided within 15 seconds of meeting somebody whether or not you like them. So make sure these people like you. You're not going to have somebody on your property that you don't like. So same with the person, the permission you want to go to. They keep getting bigger, so you probably will end up at one day, finders keepers. I think it's pretty cool that he got to detect with me more than I don't know which one you thought he dug with that dig stock. Was it Matt, Thomas, or Dave? Probably Matt. But yeah, it's pretty cool that he got to detect with me too. I'm only kidding. You will, Patty. Wow. Can you dig in those weeds you call a lawn? Yeah, don't go to a manicured lawn. I'm trying to find an acreage, wooded, maybe, or a farm. Not so much a house. I mean, I do have house permissions, and I enjoy them very much, and I find some pretty cool stuff in them. But also, you got to dig through a lot more trash, concentrated, than you do in a field or in the woods. That's nice, Tri Valley. I've been saying that, and the reason I think a lot of it is, and there's still new detectors coming all the time. There are a lot of Facebook groups, and I see it almost daily. I am thinking about getting into the hobby. What detector should I buy? I have a budget of blah blah blah. Which is the best detector? I want to warn people. Look, when you ask that, you're going to get every single detector told to you. But the best detector is the one you buy and learn. That's the best one. Doesn't matter how much you spend on it. Don't buy the Chinese knockoff. You get what you pay for in that respect. But you can find a lot of cool stuff with a Bounty Hunter Tracker 4, just like you could a CTX 3030. I mean, just watch the videos. Not everybody has top of the line detectors. So most of us are in the mid range, and some of us are more with the entry levels. And I wouldn't even necessarily call a simplex entry level, but for the price. The price is an entry level price. And people find some really phenomenal stuff. So what it is just knowing your machine and learning that machine and spending the hours on the machine. Oh, you're funny, Steve. I left that up for a long time. Detecting your dirt. Hopefully, my club wants to do an event at my permission in Vermont. And so, what's up, Joel? I was just going to say I was going to get ready to hang up with these folks here, but you popped in, so now we got to stay a few more minutes for you. I found an IHP at Digstock with Matt, but we went to where they're building the new development where the Battle of Funkstown was, and that's where I found my first 3-ringer, and Patrick found his first 3-ringer. See, Buckle Boy uses a 15-year-old machine. It's not the machine; it's learning your machine. And that's the other part right there. The second half of what Finders Keepers said right there. Best detector is the one you know. That's the best one out there. The one you buy and learn. Because all the tones have little nuances. And don't depend on the VDI, especially beginners. Don't depend on that VDI. Just use that as a reference. When you hear your tone and you start learning that tone, you're not going to need the VDI. That's just like a verification of the tone you heard. Where I live, when someone shows up that you do not know, you have to ask them where they work, because if they don't tell you, you have to call the police. We have a lot of old people around. Yeah, that's being safe, Mike. You definitely have to be concerned. Safety first. Companies put pressure on folks to be sponsors, dealers, and reps. Well, yeah, it's all about making money. That's probably going to be the first thing you find, Leanne. When you get a detector, you're going to find an IHP. Yeah, so you can find stuff as long as it go beep beep over metal. Just like the analog ones with no VDI, you're probably going to dig a lot more trash because you only have one tone. You don't have a mid tone. I think it's impossible to get normal. I know my AT Pro. I think I'm not going to say I'm the best. What's up, Mike? Great finds. I'm not going to say I know it the best, but I think I know it as well as I possibly can. And the Knox, I just have like a brain blockage on the VDI numbers. With the Knox, I literally do dig my tone because it's I'm used to AT Pro 0-100. Anyone who's detectors. Yeah. Yeah, you got to put a lot of hours on your detectors. I haven't I dug once in the past 2.5 months, and that was to go up to Connecticut with Mike. But I think I'm all caught up with your chat. Yeah, my first, and I still have it, was a Chinese knockoff, the GP pointer. And it worked. It just didn't have a solid beep when you hit the metal. It still was like it was a faster break instead of getting solid. Get in heavy iron and play. Well, in my last video, finding that this KG2, and there was iron right on the edge, a big piece of iron. And then when I went over to plug after I took that out of the plug, all you heard was grunts. The whole plug was just like big speckling of iron, and I plucked that out of the middle of it. I dug the simplex out of the box. And the guy wants me to give him a rundown on it. Simplex is basically just turn on and go machine. Just tell him to go. I don't know. I did when I sent Patty the simplex. I didn't send her the manual. I might actually still have it, but just tell him to go online. He'll find it. I never took that GP into the water, even though it said it was waterproof. But it still works, and I give it to people that come and dig with me that don't have a machine. Which event up in North Jersey, Ray? Uh, um, hmm. I don't know which one you're talking about. The deep search one? I always use my pinpointer. Yeah, I did my they all have their plus and minuses. I think I find just as much with the single frequency as I do multi. And with the Knox, when you're near power lines, to get rid of the interference, if you put it in single frequency, and I usually put it on the AT Pros, the 15. So a lot of the times on my Knox, I'm in single frequency. Yeah, I know. I had a video where I was wearing, I was swinging my Mind Lab, and then I had my other hat that I always wear, the Chicks Army. So that's basically Garrett, right? And wearing a Legend. But I'm telling you, this hoodie is like the best quality hoodie I've gotten from any of them. And that includes ones I paid for. Let's see. Let's catch up on this. Yeah, right? He watches videos too. Was that Dr. Otek or whatever? I like to switch around, especially in our infected areas. Yeah, I've used both machines, but I tend to take the Knox 800 right now because I have the 6-inch on it. It doesn't have to be cheap, Patty. Most pinpointers will make a simplex go nuts. That's why one of the updates had that where you could like mute it or something. Yeah, YouTube Max go power lines. Yeah, just turn your sensitivity down. I didn't buy mine, Lucky Duck, and mine's one of the first, I guess, series 1 of his hats. Vanquish is a good machine. It does do the job. They all go beep beep over metal. They all go beep beep. I promise, except for the Chinese knockoffs. All right, Buckle Boy, thanks for joining. If you got any fun marble footage or something, or you just want to talk about marbles for a second, I'd like to do a video about that. So I can have something to put out next week. I don't think I'll be in I Dig Fridays this week. No, there's not much of a difference. And it's not a steady simultaneous anyway. It kind of like alternates. Yeah, here we go. I love the Vanquish. Yeah, no, I said the Vanquish is a good machine. I love my Garrett Carrot too. I do love my Garrett Carrot. But I'm going to sign off here in a couple of minutes, folks, unless there's something else you want to talk about tonight. I do appreciate all of you joining in. We did miss you tonight, Mark. I saw you commenting there. I don't know if I said hi to you, but hi now. Next week, there will be a stream. It is my union meeting, so no stream next week. But if you join Iron Antler Adventures next week, that would be greatly appreciated, and let him know that I sent you there to not be bored on a Wednesday night. And when we're done here, I guarantee you that Beard is still streaming. Pop in and congratulate him on 5K. That's great, Mike. What did I miss from Ray Fines? I don't know what I missed from you, Ray. Yeah, so head over there and congratulate. Let's talk about the U.S. Postal Service. No, that's not. I'm not happy with them right now. I can't swing my detector because of them. Nice, Richie. Especially on the Coke bottles. 1940s. Nice. Those are my favorites. If I'm gonna dig a bottle, I want to dig a Coke bottle. That's just me though. right. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I run an all metal on my AT Pro. So it's just really Pro Zero, no iron discrimination. And yes, I have hunted in the snow, in the woods, where the leaves are underneath, creating a barrier and keeping the dirt from being frozen. Richie said he does. All right, folks. So if you head over to Iron Antler Adventures, remember Sweet Diggs does too. Have a great night, Anthony. So yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not lying, right? This is a really nice hoodie. It's like really comfortable. It's nice and thick, but it's not like so thick that you sweat. Yeah, that's makes yeah. Um, that's awesome. So remember, no live stream next week. I will be with you guys the following week. I'll have a mail call. Sweet Diggs, I did get your stickers. Anthony is sending his to me. So that means that Wednesday night we'll be doing a coin giveaway with a sticker pack, which will include Anthony's and Sweet Diggs next week, among others that I randomly choose. And outside of that, don't think I'm going to have a video for Friday night. Tomorrow night might be the dream stream. That would be Mark the Berg Hunter. Friday night is I Dig Fridays. Saturday is the main digs, the main diggers. The dudes that have shovels and detectors in Maine and New Hampshire. Because Mason Merck is part of that now. Sunday is Sunday Digs. Digging Sundays. And Monday is Monday Digs. That's Ohio River history and about 20 other channels. It's kind of like a bar crawl, but it's all video. You just go from one to the next. It's a lot of fun. Then Monday night you have Treasure Vortex on Spreaker. And then Beyond Sight and Sound after that. Steve Pacifico's here tonight. DA's on Monday nights. Tuesday night is Flesh in Your Pan. Wednesday night is some chick that doesn't do it once a month. And Iron Antler Adventures. And I think I pretty much covered it. I'm sure somebody somewhere I forgot, and I apologize ahead of time if I did. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. And hey, Riddles Relics, I'm getting ready to head out. Thank you for popping in, though. If you have ideas, like I said, go on my community tab. I do have a poll on there. You could comment who you feel was the most influential female detectorist for yourself. If I just named 5 off the top of my head. And if you have any ideas for any content you would like to see, I've gotten a few ideas. Just so I have something to edit and have fun with and provide you something to watch, enjoy, and maybe learn or not learn. Who knows? So until then, peace. Have a great night. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. And remember, just be kind to each other. It's easy. It's free. Doesn't hurt nobody. It's a good thing, right? Peace.